Hey there, this is Jeanette Comerford, and this is the fourth video in my mini Halloween card series. In today's video, we'll be looking at how I put together this card, which used images from Mama Elephant and Lawn Fawn, as well as some die-cut shapes. So if you've been watching my videos in this series, you'll know that I've been creating my card bases to size at 4x4 and just using some leftover pattern paper from my Halloween stash to create a nice mat. Here you can see that I am cutting the foam adhesive to put onto the grass, and I created this by using the Mama Elephant landscape dies. I cut out one of the forms, I cut it to match the size of the paper, and then I just sponged it with some peel paint distress ink. This is a house, the haunted house. I used the La La Land Craft haunted house die to cut it out of black cardstock. And I'm just sort of positioning it now, trying to figure out where I want all my elements. That spider web was also cut out using a La La Craft die. Here I'm just showing you the images I used from Mama Elephant. And so now this is just the time where I decide where everything's going to go. Before I start adhering anything down, I want to make sure that the scene works well and it's balanced. So once I'm happy with where everything's going to go, I'm going to start adhering everything down. So I wanted the house to pop off the page. So again, I'm using this foam adhesive, and I'm just going to cut sort of small pieces and small strips just so that I can get the whole surface of the house adhered down. But I'm trying to be careful to make sure that you can't see the white poking through. So it takes a little bit extra time to do this, but I think the result is well worth it. So I'm just working now here on the top peak. And then I just took my scissors and I just cut off along the shape of the peak so that it wouldn't show. And now I'm just pulling off all the little adhesive backs of all that adhesive tape. And I will go ahead and just add a little bit of tape to the stairs here because I want the stairs and the fence to sit on the grass, which is already raised up, but I want the rest of the house to be at the same level, so it's popped off. Now I noticed that some of my adhesive was still showing, so I just took this Tim Holtz tool and I'm just sort of poking at the adhesive and pushing it back under the cardstock so you can't see it. So I am adhering the tombstone, and you're going to see that I had trouble positioning that exactly where I wanted it, and even after this video was finished I found myself not liking it, so I pulled it up again and replaced it. So you'll notice that the finished product in the video looks a little bit different from the photo stills, and that's the reason why. Now I'm just adding foam adhesive to the Frankenstein and to the mummy, and I like to make sure that it's really well adhered, that the foam adhesive covers most of the surface area. Otherwise it can sort of bend around the adhesive, and I don't like that look. So here you see me pulled that up again. I'm trying to figure out where to put it so that you can see it. So there's the Frankenstein, and now the mummy, he gets stuck on, so he's quite raised because he's sitting on the house, which is raised, so he is at a different level than the Frankenstein. And now for the spider web, I found the best way to adhere these intricate die shapes is to use this zig glue. So I just put little dots everywhere, and I'll place it on my paper, and then I'll just use one of my acrylic blocks. I'll just stick that on top, and that holds down the die cut while it's drying. This is a Wink of Stella pen in black, and I'm just using that to blacken up the eyes just so they pop out a little bit more. And then my card is done. And you'll see that in the finished stills, I went ahead and moved that tombstone and added the moon, which I'd forgot to move. So thank you very much for joining me again. I hope you enjoyed this video, and here are the supplies.